Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Astronaut, and this is Blueprints once again. I had such a great time the first time around playing this game, and we didn't complete it, of course. It was just the first day, so we're going to jump right back into it for day two. Let's see what other mysteries the manor have in store for us today. So we learned a lot about the system that's going on within this mansion, and what essentially we have a much better idea now of what to expect, but we have not unlocked every room, of course. I'm sure there are a lot of secrets and a lot of mysteries and a lot of things that might change over time as we go about it. So I'm really excited to jump back into it. And we're going to note anything that's different. I actually get my notebook back with all my notes, and we're just going to make sure that everything seems in order. Things compare are the same. So, for example, I remember the Ace of Spades there and the Queen of Diamonds there. Everything seems in order in this main entrance. Let's make sure that these notes that are here are identical. Everything looks good there. Now, last time we hung out a lot in the West Wing, and I'm not sure if my hypothesis was correct there, but if I recall, I can actually show you the day one results there. Um, but it seemed like some rooms were only on the East Wing and only on the West Wing. Now, maybe it's because certain rooms only show up once, so I'm not sure if certain rooms only show up once on the map, and once you pick them out, that's it. But I do know that some of them do show up a second time. At least that's what I gathered from the observatory when we read the astronomy book. So I'm curious about that. I'm curious to see if we even get the observatory again on day two. But let's jump right in. I'm going to jump through the middle this time first. See what happens. Okay, a storeroom would get us a lot of good supplies. That makes a lot of sense. Now, does the guest bedroom, it only gives you 10 steps one time, so I definitely don't want to use it now. I should use that later, and of course it's also a dead end. Same thing with the storeroom. And if we wanted to start down the middle, I feel like going to a straight dead end is unwise, even if I get some good resources from it. So we're going to do the hallway. Gives us two options. Okay, we've seen that picture before. We've seen the bride before as well. Again, I was looking for like shapes or numbers or symbols in these paintings before, because I saw one painting of like hands clasped in prayer. It looked like it was creating a 4 in the image, and so I made a mental note of that, but I haven't seen anything else since. We spent a long time on the West Wing last time, so I'm actually going to head east here and see what that's all about, if it's much different. Okay, so bedroom, whenever you enter, you gain 2 footsteps, so essentially it's a wash. You don't lose footsteps because as you enter and exit, you're going to cost 2 each time. Closet, it gives us 2 items, but it's a dead end. And then there's a spare room, which does nothing, but it does allow us passage all the way to the right side. I don't think I want to loop all the way down already, so I'm actually gonna closet this one and hope that my East Wing section doesn't just die immediately. Okay, so we got a key and a die. That's really cool. The die allows us to re-roll certain drawings, and then the key, of course, allows us to unlock locked doors. And per this note, doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. So let's try that now. No, it's a little contradictory based on what I said before, but the corridor is always useful. I'm not sure how many corridors we can get overall through each run, so it may be one that we would like to use later on because the door is always left unlocked. Meanwhile, the pantry is super useful, and it's going to point us upwards, so I really like that idea, and we're going to roll with that. We're going to do a pantry. We'll get the 4 coins. And there's an apple again today. Okay, so that's going to give us 2 steps, right? Yeah, okay. So 2 extra steps, basically a wash for coming in here. Yeah, this is an identical message. I'm assuming, because of what we know before, that apples give us 2. And if there are 50 steps in total that are evenly spread throughout this, then 5 apples, 2 steps per apple gives us 10 steps. And if I recall, the bananas give 3 steps based on the kitchen menu of food items that you can purchase. So that would be 15 steps. So that's 25 steps. And then so oranges must give 5 steps each for the remaining 25. Um, Something else to keep in mind, I suppose. Okay, so we've got 2 of the same options again. I don't want to block us off immediately with storeroom. The parlor has a fun game in it, so let's do parlor. Gives us an option as well. We don't have to backtrack so early. Oh, this is new. Car keys. Did we find a car outside? I don't remember that. I wonder what you could use that for. Okay, so, okay, we've seen those before. So the whole gist of the boxes is that, oh, I need to get the wind-up key here. One of them is always telling the truth. One of them is always telling a lie. At least one of them's telling a truth and one's telling a lie. And then only one box, though, will have items in it. So let's see what's going on here. This box is blue. That is a true. The gems are in a true box. Okay. And this box is black. Well, I think it's a safe assumption that this one's a lie. Because at least one is a lie, and both of these are true. But that's not very fair, is it? There's a 50-50 here. What? It's a 50-50. It's nothing. This box is black. Yes, it is. This box is blue. Yes, it is. Oh, wait a second. No, okay. I get it now. I get it. It took a second, but we made it there. I'm glad we didn't. It's not a 50-50. This is the one that has the gems in it. It says that the gems are in a true box, but we know that one at least is lying. These 2 are telling the truth, so this one has to be lying. Therefore, the gems are in the false box. This one's got the gems. Hell yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Almost messed it up there, but we made it. Okay, let's press onward. Commissary has items for sale. That's a new room as well. But we'd be looping back. That closes off everything in this area. And we'd only have... Oh, this is a rough day. This is a rough day. I'm gonna redraw. Okay. That's huge. That's huge for us. So the courtyard's a new room. The den is not, but it gives us 1 gem. Courtyard is new. I don't know what's in it, but it does require a gem as well. I'm gonna go den again. Not because don't want to explore new places, but I think the gem will be very useful right now. And ideally, if we get the courtyard again somewhere else, that would be fantastic. We've seen that painting before. There's another pawn piece. Were the geese there before? Probably. There's the gem. And there's the crow or raven. Probably a crow. So this is going to loop back. I don't want to do that quite yet. We're going to continue forward. The mail room! I can't do it. I need to hope that it shows up later. But I wonder what's in the package. Patio's another new room. But what's in the package? What happens if I don't get the mail room again? Oh, man. My problem is that I don't want the run to end. So if we get mailroom here and we close ourselves off, that leaves us only the east wing all the way back at the entrance hall as the only way forward. And if we get a dead end there with no extra dice, we're screwed. We're done. It's cooked. I have to go patio, and it's going to cost a gem. Okay. Let's see. What's out here? What is this? Just a dirt pile. Couple dirt piles. Got some nice seating arrangement. Barbecue. What is this? Oh, another gem. Okay, cool. Didn't cost us anything, essentially. Buried below. Occasionally, you may discover small mounds of dirt in certain rooms of the estate. With a shovel, one may be able to excavate these suspicious dig spots. Okay, that's very good to know. Is there a shovel here, perhaps? Doesn't look like I have a shovel here, and I don't believe I've seen a shovel anywhere else either. Let's press onward. Okay, we've got the courtyard again, and the patio thing was that gems will sprout up in green rooms. So we might actually just get our gem back. Let's do that. Yeah, see, there's another... What is this? It's a trunk. Oh, these might have valuable items. Okay, we gotta use the key here. Hopefully we get another key at some point. Oh, shoot! Well, how about that? We just got an extra key out of that. That was a huge win for us. Okay, still no shovel, but we have 2 more dirt piles that we can investigate. I wonder if every dirt pile has something, or if some of them don't, or most of them don't, probably. Okay, we can't end the run still. I'm gonna play a corridor now. I'm not quite ready for the chapel, especially if we find a commissary. I want to see what's for sale in there. So let's do a corridor. We know that this door is unlocked, so we don't have to waste a key. Anything new in here? It's the flowers, the theater. Top hat is new, or the fedora. Let's press onward. Secret passage. Leads to a room of a color of your choice. Do I have a preference right now? Is the real question. This is the first time we've seen this. Let's do it. Let's see what's in here. Oh, okay, it's in the bookcase. That's sick. So that's a new painting. That one's not. Alright, cool. It's in the door. Oh, I see. The Halls of Holly, Green Thumb, Key to the Bedroom, Red Rover, and Gold Zinc. See, I just don't remember exactly which, like, what happens or what entails each room. I'm not totally sure. Do we want just another hallway? Probably not. Because we're not in the middle anymore. But a lot of bedrooms end up dead ends. Maybe we can find a shovel in a green room. What do gold rooms do? I don't remember. I don't even know if we've encountered one. Maybe the observatory is a gold room? Let's see that. I know the least about those ones. Okay. Okay. Laundry room, kitchen, launder currency. That's very interesting. What does that even mean? Oh no. Oh no. I am totally blocked. The kitchen goes down. Day 2 is a waste. It's a wash. Guess we figure out what the laundry room... no, I want a loop. We'll figure out what the laundry room does. We have so many steps. We're not going to be wasting any of them, basically, because the run's over. Damn, that's insane, man. Okay. Launder coins. Spins... It will exchange all of your gems with all of your coins at a 1-to-1 rate. It costs 5 coins. Okay, I see though. It's a swap. It's a swap mechanic. So if I had a lot of keys, but no gems, I could do this, right? Okay, that makes sense. But that's not useful for me, especially when the run's over. I don't even know if it's like worth continuing the run or if I just call it a day. Is the other thing. I can't do something different here, no. Well, I suppose it could be worth to find the shovel just to see. Because we don't get items back. The items reset, which is unfortunate. But I'm curious still as to what other rooms are a possibility here. I mean, sure, we'll just spare room it. There's nothing new in the spare room. There's a window now, though, since it's an exterior room. Nook gives us a key. Utility closet. Did we do the utility closet last time? I don't remember if we ever messed with that one. We'll do that one because I want to see what's in it. We know what the other two do. Is it just a breaker box? What does the breaker box do? Does it like unlock doors? Whoa, okay. Gymnasium, dark room, garage. So there's a potential to get a garage here, And that's where the car most likely is. See, we had the car keys too. That's so brutal. Huh. Okay. I have no clue. Well, it says keycard entry, so there must be a way to achieve a keycard in some room. There's just so many secrets. Man, yeah, so doing a lot of the dead end stuff early was not a good idea. Big blunder. We have not done bunk or lavatory yet. I see lavatory a lot. I don't know what it does and why it's red. Is it just because it's a dead end? Herbert Sinclair. We've seen those before. Tub is empty. There's no dead bodies. Can we flush the toilet? No? Okay. That was fruitless. And one last door. I'm not bothered. We'll just gain 10 extra steps, I suppose. We've been in here before, right? What's this note? Yeah, KL. We still have no idea who KL is either. That was one of our loose ends. What is this? Navigational compass. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. If only we had... If only we had done this at the very beginning, our problems might have been solved. And see, look, there's the 4. That's what I was saying. That's the 4 that I was talking about. It's a crowbar. I feel like that means something, but I could totally be off on that. No clue. But we do have car keys, and I know evidently there's a garage room that we can unlock at some point that we can draft. I really believe that there's a chance that the numbers are associated with the drawings that are hung up. If that's actually intended to be a 4, and we had one that had like a tag that said 10 on it. So I'm super curious about that, but we'll call it a day. Tough run, but we'll do a third day. Quaint cottage, yeah. Telling me 16 rooms, rank 4, 31 steps, 3 items found, and 6 new rooms discovered. So not a total waste of time. We did discover new things, which is always fun. Let's continue. But no new notes to write down either. Part of that might be because I was very attentive with the note-taking. Second it suggested it to me, I'm like, let's do it. Day 3. Got the Finches still. No details have changed in this room here. Right, Ace of Spades, Queen of Diamonds. These notes are still the same. We're going to go straight right this time. We did left on day 1, central on day 2, right on day 3. Let's do it. Hallway makes a ton of sense here, because it'll give us access both north and east. That's what we're going to do. See if there's anything new. We've seen both of those pictures before. The red note is still the same. Let's continue going hard right. Let's parlor immediately, because it's gonna again allow us to go north, and we'll get gems out of this as long as we do this right, which I hope I can. I almost hiccups on day 2. Okay, got the key. There's the 10 tag. And there's a stag. This box and the blue box are empty. The black box contains gems. All 3 boxes are empty. So this one's a lie. That can be true. And this can also be true. I think this one's the lie and this one contains the gems. That's huge. Let's go. 2 gems almost immediately. There's nothing new here. M. Lowry, we also don't know what the M is, but I have that written down. Anything else? There's this little weird wall protrusion. That's kind of bizarre. It's like a hiding spot in Phasmophobia or something. Okay. Let's continue. Down the east wing. Spare room is the only one that advances us. We're going to do that. Although it doesn't give us anything, but that's okay. Oh, my package is still there. Okay, that was going to be one of my other questions or concerns about that. My package is still there. We have the hallway, so we still have access on this side to continue upward. I wonder if I'm just so curious to see what's in this package. Let's do it. Package delivered. Mountain, that's a new one. Was that like a pea? And peas in a pod? Okay. Where's my package? There it is. This must be it. Oh, I guess not. Where's my package? Ah, that makes perfect sense. It would be in the table in the middle of the room. It's got a spotlight on it from space God himself. Okay. Packing slip. The Cinca Company, 445 West Barberton Avenue, date packed 11/5 by K. Thompson, department number 604, serial number 1157770. It's an amateur lockpick kit, 2 gems and 2 keys. Invoice number 627, customer number is 5254. No claims for shortage will be allowed unless this packing slip is returned to us with details within 8 business days. Okay, fantastic. That's awesome. What a great little find. Look at that, day 1. They said I couldn't get items from day 1 still, but here I am. Now we are going to have to backtrack a little bit, but that's okay. That was by design. The hallway. Let's proceed. Drawing room is cool. Only one way it can go from here, which is down the middle. So that's not ideal. Neither are these, though. So we're going to... Yeah, we're going to do... No, see, that's the problem. It's not great. But drawing new plans can get us an ideal one. But is it worth the gem? I really feel like it would be much more worth the gem if I had both hallways to access, both doors. Let's do the nursery, because this can help us in the future when we do create other bedrooms. And I don't think it's going to... Okay, it gives us 5 immediately as well. That's cool. So we got a lot of stars everywhere. A seahorse, couple seahorses, a couple stars, a cloud. Got like a goose. Some blocks. More blocks. A little toy car. Okay, there's another key, and there's a book here. Oh, The Red Prince by Marion Marigold. There was a red prince who sat on a red throne. He had a red crown made of rubies and a red castle made of stone. The prince had a love for all things red. It's the only true color, the prince often said. He could not stand the sight of a canary or a crow. He could not stand the white of a swan in the snow. And he never looked up for fear of the view. He had heard that the sky was not a red hue. So he always had a book to turn his eyes down if he was ever outside when the clouds weren't around. And do you know which book the prince always had? The one that made him happy whenever he was sad? A story he had read in the bath and the bed, and maybe you can guess with the clues that we have said. It was the story of a boy who also wore red, and he looked like a prince from his toes to his head. And as you, my reader, might already assume, this book is quite near you, in fact in the same room. A story about you, if it needs to be said, about a red prince and his book, the red book we just read. Interesting. This is blueprints, naturally. it's blueprints. Does that mean, though, that we're the blueprints? And the red prince is our brother. Is what I'm getting from all that. Fascinating. Another pawn, another chess pawn. Tons of blocks everywhere. That's kind of a creepy painting to have in the nursery. In fact, both of those. I don't want to look at a bathtub either. Okay. I'm wondering about a sibling rivalry here. And not only that, but the prominence of reds and blues, how important those things are. We've seen a couple notes that have been read so far. Did not mean to rhyme, but I guess we're in a rhyming mood based on the book. And I'm also curious because it seems like the blue neutral rooms are the ones that give us things, whereas the red ones usually have a penalty or a negative. So I'm very curious about the potential, like, poor relationship that we may have with our brother in this game. Fascinating stuff. But, you know, I said that we were going to start on the east wing, but we wound up with dead ends, partially by my design. Hopefully it wasn't irresponsible. But let's continue. Okay. I can't limit us again, but I really don't want to use drawing room yet. We might have to. Alright. We gotta use drawing room here. Okay. This is a pretty cool room. New paintings, too. A lot of new paintings. Oh, see, now I'm curious about the frequency in which we see a painting, if that matters. Honestly, I'm probably just overthinking a lot of this, but this is kind of where my head goes. We have a phone. We have another thing here. Drawing floor plans. Each time you click on a door, you will draw 3 floor plans, from which you must select one to draft. However, there are some items and rooms that will allow you to redraw if you do not like your initial 3 options, and so this room would be one of those, based on this description. These were the exact same drawings that we had in that one room on day 2. That's interesting that they showed up right next to each other again. Again, significance, not very sure, but like we have so many drawings here and a lot of them are the same exact drawing, and I'm just curious about what that means. Because the game says, pay attention to details. Like, details are very important. And I haven't been doing much counting. Anyway. Bedroom. I can redraw them. I would love a passageway, but 2 gems is a lot. I don't want a dead end, and I don't want a lupus. I'm going to redraw. Okay. Again, not ideal at all. Oh my goodness. This is brutal. I mean, see, like, the Nook doesn't really do anything for us. It gives us a key, but we're just going to be looping back down anyway. I feel like just doing the storeroom and getting more items. Man. Either I'm getting bad luck or I'm playing this the exact opposite way that I'm supposed to. 4 stars. That was the observatory thing. That has to be meaningful in some capacity. I don't remember what the diamond one did. Rocking horse. The spiral staircase drawing is also new. I don't believe I've seen that one. Okay, we gotta hope for the best. We don't have any ivory dice. Okay. I have to do corridor. I have to. That's the only option that works for me. There it is again. Okay. Kitchen and Nook work. Kitchen requires gems and food for sale. I can't purchase any of the food. I think I'm gonna go Nook. Again, we're in the West Wing again, so as many keys as I can get seems ideal as well. There's something new on the table here, if I recall. I don't remember those books being there. They're not interactable. So this summit thing is a very clear homage to something. Okay, that's telling me to take notes. There's the rook again. That rook was there before, so maybe the chess pieces aren't very significant. A hat and a shovel. Okay. But yeah, these three mountains here. It was on the car keys. We've seen a drawing of them too, I think. Though that must be relatively significant, at least to um, who Herbert Sinclair is as a person. Seriously, brutal luck. Or I could also just be playing this so horribly, but we're gonna have another really brutal, unproductive day. I feel. Is there anything new in here? Same note. It looks like there's another key. If only those came in handy. I'm not gonna be able to use any of them. Okay. Maybe it's not all over, though. We have the lockpicking device. Can I use my items in this way? We'll occasionally be able to open some locked door. Okay. So it doesn't work that way exactly. That's unfortunate. I really thought that that might have been something. I'm really curious. Okay. We've seen drawings of this bridge crossing a river. I think that is the exact bridge that's in those drawings. And so now I'm considering the relevance of what's actually in the drawings and how they pertain to the actual environment and maybe the actual items. Every single one of them is significant in their own right. And I should be taking more note of that. Maybe not when they show up, but making sure I know what each item could be. I don't know. This game is insane, though. So much depth and complexity, and clearly I'm not very good at it because day 2 and 3 were much less productive than day 1. Snug little cottage, even worse than last time. 12 rooms, rank 3, steps taken 21, and 1 item found. 2 new rooms. The nursery and the drawing room were the 2 new rooms. Okay, let's do one more day. We'll continue. Let's hope for some better luck, and I guess I will not be prioritizing the dead ends nearly as much either. Day 4. There was something also at the very beginning about having a time limit. Now, I don't know if that's actually something that I need to be weary of, or if that's just part of the storytelling of the game. But if there is a time limit or a day limit, then I'm really doing great, if you think about it. Alright, so day 2 and 3 are very unproductive, and then we started in the center and right. Day 1 was our most productive by far. Let's hope we have the same luck going to the West Wing again to start. And we're going to start with the hallway. I think that's a beautiful starting point. It gives us access north. It gives us access west. This is the identical... I think this is the identical hallway that we started with. Because those were the first 2 paintings as well. That's curious. Doors in the West Wing are more likely to be locked. That's common knowledge. Let's do the corner first. I really don't know what this breaker box is useful for yet. The closet has 2 items, but they could be anything. The pantry guarantees us 4 coins. And 2 more steps. Or maybe more if it's one of the other fruits. We'll do the pantry for now. I want to be as open as possible. See, it's a banana now. So let's see. If the banana gives us 3, that we'll know that my hypothesis from previous was true. Okay. I think that's exact then. This is the same. Let's continue. Coat check. Oh. That could be huge for us. Like if I could check one of the special things that we find, like the lockpick, or the sneakers, or the compass. Oh man. But it is a dead end. That's an awesome room though. I feel like I'm more than okay with that. Because we have the hallway. That's sick. You seen that? Is this different though? Or is this still the same? It's got the E in row 2, column 1. That's what I have. That's what I have on here too. So that's the same. We've seen the biplane. That's fantastic. Okay. So we're done here, but we'll keep this in mind. Okay, we've seen those before. Let's go this way now. Okay. So commissary and bedroom will lead to nothing, and I don't want to block us off. Plus the parlor has a fun game. We'll do the parlor. Okay. Okay, these are the 2 paintings we saw before, but we only saw them on day 3. I feel like maybe certain rooms unlock certain paintings. I don't know, but it's just peculiar that we found these in the same room last time, in the storage room, and here they are right next to each other again. I feel like that's... Paintings showing up in tandem seem to mean something. It could be meaningful, or it could just be a coincidence. Okay. Let's do the game. This is the blue box, that's correct. The blue box is true. That is true. The blue box is empty. Okay. So, this is the blue box, that is a true statement. The blue box is true, that is also a true statement. The blue box is telling the truth. The blue box is empty, there must always be one liar. One liar box. Therefore, the blue box is empty is a lie. The blue box has the gems. Yes. Easy. So easy. Call me Sherlock Holmes the way I... In this scenario, the passageway makes too much sense. Even though it costs 2 gems, it just makes too much sense. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go north first. Yep, that unlocks that. Security. But we don't have gems. That's a new room, though. And these are 2 dead ends. That sucks. Damn. And we can't come back later. I guess I'm missing gems, so in case that pops up again, because I really want the security room next time it pops up. Let's hope for some gems in this closet. Okay, we get a die, and we get a compass. Okay, the compass is still helpful, though, because we're running out of options to go north, and that will allow us more opportunities to go north. That is a very detailed painting, and drawing, rather, and that's one that we have not seen before. The fishing rod is also new. Okay, so these are new paintings. We have not seen these ones, and I want to make a mental note of those as well. If they show up together again, then I know that something's up. Right, what is the saying? 1 is an anomaly, twice is a coincidence, 3 times is a pattern. Let's go this way first. Storeroom, nook, corridor. I don't want to box this in, and the corridor has an opportunity to do that, so I'm actually going to nook this one, and we get a key out of it, which is very meaningful. If only we got a gem soon. Rook again, bathtub. Bathtub and bat! Those were the 2 in the nursery. The nursery was... Oh, is that all it is? It's based on where you are. That's where the paintings align. Because the nursery had the exact same 2 paintings and we were in this exact square. You know, sometimes you think you're onto something and you're probably not onto something at all. You're probably overthinking it. We don't have gems. We can't do the kitchen. The corridor is safer than the spell room because it's always left unlocked. But again, we're running into the issue where I'm not sure if the corridor will pop up again. So maybe it's safer now because I have a key now to use the spare room. I think that's a smart idea. Okay. I really like this room a lot more when there's a window on it. The blankness is kind of scary. Not scary, but unsettling. Okay. I definitely don't. I definitely want to continue upward. I don't like having to spend or lose coins. But we got a lot of meaningful stuff out of the chapel last time too, and I think it's worthwhile to check it out again. Not to mention, it allows us more opportunities to go up. God, that's so ominous. Okay, I wrote down all of these stained glass. Oh, there's coins here! That's fantastic. So good. Anything in the pews? We checked those last time as well. Nothing. Okay. I need to see where everything was. So, number one was like a tiller farmer. That's what I've got here. Number 2 was a chef. Yeah, okay. Number 3 was another farmer. Number 4 was like a chimney sweep person. Yeah, chimney cleaner. Number 5 was the maid. 6 was the horse rider, equestrian lady, yep. And 7, yeah, 7 was the royalty, or the queen or something. Okay, so nothing's changed there. That leads me to believe that that will stay constant, and maybe it wasn't as meaningful as I thought it would be. But we'll see. A lot of gem requirements that we don't have. I could redraw, but I want to save my ivory dye. So we're going to go bedroom. That'll give us a wash on walking in and out. But what it will also do is we have opportunities to go east now because of the chapel as well as the entrance hall at the front. But now we can also veer west because of the bedroom. I think that was a really good one. Oh my goodness. A coin purse. Each time you collect $3, earn an additional 1 in interest. Fantastic. That might be something, if we don't find any other items, that might be something we put in the coat rack. Okay. Is that my mom? Greetings from Reddington. I don't remember this picture last time that we were in this room. I feel like that's new. Ooh. Okay. Dark room. You cannot see the floor plans while drafting in this room. I still feel like that's a good decision. So we have 2 ways to go, and if we land on dead ends both times, that's really unlucky, I feel. And it's a new room. Could be some details here. I wonder if we get to the breaker room again, I wonder if the lights can be turned on in the dark room and there are secrets in here. Okay, so we're going to hope for dark room. We're going to pick dark room, and when we go down, we're going to hope that we get into the breaker room. The odds are probably very low. Ooh. Yeah, that kind of gave me the chills a little bit. This isn't a horror game, right? It was kind of creepy. Yeah, see, the lights are out. I really would have thought the red light would have stayed in a dark room. But that makes sense. It's... Okay, it's a scale. That is perfectly logical to associate this with the breaker room, I think. Okay, this one's locked. That's really unfortunate. They're both locked. That is really, really unfortunate. Okay. Well, we better find some more keys. Okay, we've got the security room again. But we need gems! Fuck! I should have done the storeroom! Damn it! Damn it! Fuck! Oh, that's insane. We do have the utility closet, though, but the only thing is that this is going to block us off. Well, we have an opportunity to find keys, I suppose, if we go back to the entrance hall. But that's brutal. I can redraw them as well. I do have the ivory dye. But we were just talking about the utility closet. It shows up a lot. I don't want to ruin this run immediately. It's not immediate, but I think I'm going to redraw while we have the chance here. So we're not totally closed. Okay. Okay. Dining room is... I'm a lot more comfortable about dining room here. 100%. Is there anything that we can use in here, though? Maybe there's a leftover gem. Holy shit. It's pretty crazy. Nothing that we can do here. I'm going to draft down first and create a loop, I think. Or not. We'll get 10 steps, and maybe there's something else good in here, but... that... with the exact... Okay, the car keys are back! The mountain and the peas in a pod. I feel like those were together too, but it might have been in this exact spot. If I remember. I'm not too sure. I'm gonna disregard the pairings because I really don't know if I don't think that that's salient. An and symbol. That's a new one. Huh. It's one pawn. Okay. Let's move forward. Shit, man. Seriously? This compass did not help us, really. This compass did not do much. More likely to draw green rooms while drafting. Requires gems, it doesn't matter. We still have not been in the commissary either. But the utility closet will at least gives us something to do. I think. There's the tag 10 again. That's our tent. That's our tent. Is this guy stalking us? Okay. Dark room. Turn the dark room on. Now let's go back. We have 47 steps. We're rich on steps. That's the theme of this whole thing. Okay. Lots of pictures. The cat is new. Okay. That's blurred. That letter. I can't read anything with that, but I don't know who either of these people are. This person, okay. So the emphasis on this person indicates that he's important. Okay, Captain Obvious. Okay, there's a key. It's not lost. The run is not lost. Print notes. Herbert Sinclair has requested yet another print of her ladyship, I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark to keep, so keep an eye on that. Okay. That's the orchard. See, I like, if I could enhance these images, I wonder what's like written or etched on the tree. Doesn't look like there's any text or anything on the padlock itself. It's a timer. Okay, someone in their study. There's a computer. There's a queen piece. Is this the blue queen? Okay. Smudged image of our two maids. What kind of room is this? Is this the main hall? Okay, this is more developed. This one's got a broom. She's got a feather duster. I'm not getting anything out of those. Okay, this one is the same thing, just a little bit more creepy. Orchard again. Did we see these? No, we didn't. Syncoco. This is Herbert Sinclair. 100%. Looks like stuff was written on that. This image is identical, including in definition. There's the camera. Can I take the camera? We saw that. Okay. We're not going to go down. We're going to go left. We're going to go west. Use the key. Okay, we can see Billiard room gives us a game and it gives us opportunity. We gotta do this. Is it the same math game? I think so. Anything new in here? Can I interact with any of these? I didn't really try that last time. I just counted them. Oh, there's a coin? Okay. Let's do a pilot and a planter. The pilot one is new as well. Alright, let's do our math here. 15. Okay. 7 plus 3 plus 1, that's 11. Okay. 9 minus 1 is 8. Minus 6 is 2. Okay. 15 minus 10 is 5. Times 3 is 15. Order of operations do not matter. I discovered last time. 20 minus 14 is 6. Times 3 is 18. Okay. What do we get? 2 keys. Okay. So this run will get extended. Oh man, I have to use one of them immediately. It's kind of brutal, but we'll do it. We must. Commissary requires gems. We don't have that. Corridor's the only way to go. I feel like this run is inevitably going to end at some point. There's the tag 10. There's the cliffside. Fedora. Okay, the Fedora must have been there the whole time. See, every damn time. Man. We still have one way to go, but this is brutal. I need to do the storeroom, though, because we keep getting security, and I never have a gem. We need to acquire the gem. Necktie. Grandfather clock. There's the coin. There's the key. And there's the gem. Pawn piece. Okay. Haven't learned much new yet, but we will unlock this. Boiler room. A boudoir goes nowhere. Furnace goes nowhere. Boiler room doesn't go anywhere either. Power source. Because none of these go anywhere and I want to save my gem. I'm curious about the boiler room. I'm not curious about the furnace really. And it feels like red rooms maybe are more story oriented, but there's a penalty every time. We'll do the boudoir. Maybe we'll get lucky. Jesus. Okay. It's a picture. There's a safe. Christmas tree. Safe. These two pictures were together too last time. God, it feels like it means something more. But it just doesn't... I don't know. Okay, there's the safe. Cinco. Frick. Okay, I have one combination of numbers. I doubt it works. Okay, did not work. Fantastic. Okay. We're gonna backtrack all the way now. Not much else we can do, really. That's a new painting, too. I keep calling them paintings. They're drawings, Anthony. They're drawings. Okay, we're gonna lose another $1. I'm gonna go all the way back here. So we still have opportunities to learn something. And ideally, I get into the security room, because I'm super curious. Den gives us a gem. Kitchen requires a gem. We're gonna go Den. Yeah, nothing's changed in this room. So we'll just get the gem and be on our merry way. Observatory. Less likely to find items laying around in your house if we use the maid's chamber. I don't want that. We'll use an observatory. Okay. That was unnerving, to say the least. Stag? Stag and tag! The stag and the tag! They were together! Stag tag! I'm not insane. I'm not insane. Okay, what is... North Star is +1. The twins. 2 trunks have been added to the entrance hall. We could get something very valuable here. Let's take a look. Okay, the twins. Okay. If only we drafted this at the beginning. I said this on day 3 as well. Brutal. Okay. Let's see what we've got in here. We still have the coat rack that we can use to our advantage. Oh, they're locked. I can only unlock one. And the other one I will forever not know. What's in the trunk? Oh. Wait, that's not true. We're not done yet. The run's not over. I have one more room. Yeah, I've got one more room. Mail room makes the most sense. Workshop. Combine inventory to create new items. This could be perfect for the coat rack. Man, the mail room is so tempting too. I want to see how the coat workshop works. The true box does not always contain the prize. Okay, we knew that. We established that. Minecart. A car. Oh, I can't read music. I can't read this. Oh. Stones cut blank by hand and let ers rot thine end. Do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost rot among the bold blank words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not loft. I don't know. T. Page 8. Stones cutting by hand and letters rotten. That's not it. Can I take this? Can I take this? No? Okay. Where do I... Okay. A compass and a coin purse. Does this even work? No, it doesn't. They probably have to be compatible items. Okay. It was worth a shot. Let's exit. But that's good to know. So certain items are good. Maybe we can still use it. Poop. Poop. Let's flip a coin. Oh, I didn't determine the values. Okay. Alright. Left is heads, right is tails. Tails. Okay. We're flipping the right coin. Or... Can you tell it's late? We're flipping the right... I did it again! We're unlocking the right trunk. It's a shame that this means nothing to me. Do I keep the coins in the coin purse? I think that's important. It's only fair. I'm gonna turn in the coin purse. That interest was pretty... Check item. Oh, I can check the car keys too. Not responsible for content or garments or articles lost overnight. Well, that doesn't seem correct. I'm gonna turn in the coin purse. Okay. Yeah, that makes the most sense to me. I mean, I just got 5 extra coins that I'm not gonna be able to use because of that, so that's perfect. Alright, we're gonna call it a day. I'm done for today. Mid-sized villa. Total rooms 23. Rank reached 7. Steps taken 54. Items found 4. And new rooms 4. We'll exit. We'll save and quit. Because I probably don't have enough time for another run of this, but I'm having a blast. This is really awesome. I love the depth here. I love being so immersed and so attentive to the details of the story, to this whole experience that this game is providing me. So I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for sticking around this long if you did. And of course, if you enjoy this kind of content, you want to see more of it, consider subscribing and following me on other socials, leaving a like, commenting, anything for engagement, really. It's all free and you can change your mind later on. But thank you guys so much again, and I'll see you next time.